morning.
Aye.
Yeah.
Why on earth? I don't know.
Anyway, so with that being said, here you all are, the adventure champions of your respected gods, or you apostates, as it might be, who hate all the gods equally, such as Tari. You all have been going for several weeks, well over a month at this point, after you landed on the island of Mikos. You helped out this wayward returned, went to the island of wishes, and learned some self-control after dying many, many times. The true number may be never known, but will go down in the annals of myth as if you died hundreds of times. Well, you gotta like bring in your internal Belisar here. Some of it was off screen, I'm sure.
Yeah. It's like Groundhog Day. You just fast forward through some of it.
Exactly. You don't watch him learn how to like flick the cards. You just know that he did, or play the piano. Anyway, and then you went to lastly the island of Adonis and Aliki, where you spent quite a bit of time trying to help this island of never-ending strife to learn how to love one another without having to rape one another, which was great. I always have to bring that up. And you found a magical scroll that destroyed that evil pact with them. That caused the chaos. And you left. On your way out, a number of Adoniids and Alikii joined your crew, and that is where we will pick up. With you all going around, I gotta delete these, sailing on, it's been about a week at sea, and your captain on this crew is none other than Ezrin, because she's the only one proficient in seafaring devices, and she is of the sea herself, so that works out quite nicely. We will start with her.
She has now that I think about it, you have the least to lose if the boat crashes and we all drown.
I was just thinking that as
It
well.
is true. I mean, I have all of you to lose, and then it would be also lonely without you all.
But
I would miss you very much.
Mer friends and whatnot.
So Ezrin, is there anything you want to do while you're sailing through the ocean?
Well, in my spare time, I would like to be working on my steel defender, Mr. Calamario, as I would call him.
Yes, you're down in the hull in your own small cabin, and you are working on your steel defender. And I would say that you've been working on this for several weeks, and it is just about done.
Yes, and my little homunculus servant is helping me. I went ahead and I created him because he's much smaller, and his name is Mr. Clickety Clack.
I never created a avatar for those guys.
I have pictures for you I can send you.
Yeah, email those to me, and we will get them for next week.
Okay.
What's his name?
Mr. Clickety Clack. He's a flying crab. And Mr. Mario is like a steampunk octopus.
I've never thought of a more appropriate name for a crab homunculus. Good job on that.
Made out of metal.
Made out of metal.
Sebastian.
Oh, yeah.
What kind of accent would he have?
Same one, probably.
Barbados. It's different.
Barbados Slim.
Last I heard you were in Barbados.
Rexenor, it's been a couple weeks. What have you been up to?
Well, the main thing I would do is we picked up some rare inks and components on the island before we left. I'm going to spend a couple of hours learning the shield spell from Dianominos's spell book.
Yeah, absolutely. Have at it.
So I'll mark off some gold for that.
Yeah, you absolutely can do that.
Add that to my spell book. And other than that, I would say that I've just been, keeping an eye out for omens, signs, any kind of information.
Yeah, go ahead and do a religious check if you're looking for omens.
There's 3 pickles on my sandwich. An omen.
A 10. Nope. Yeah, you really don't see anything. In fact, it's been pretty quiet. It's a little rainy today, kind of breezy, but there's some squalls around here and there. Otherwise, you all are doing a good job navigating around the squalls. Doing just fine. No particular omens to speak of after the rather rancorous debate the gods had above your ship several weeks before.
Yeah, that is awful.
Yes, where Erois got chewed
That's
out.
it for me. Otherwise, I'm just using my killer perception skills and hanging out in the crow nest. I guess there wasn't one other thing. I suppose probably with Dianominos, I'd be trying to teach Photios, the would-be mage, a little bit of magic.
Yeah, I think that's a great idea. And actually, so you guys are sitting there midship there, right before the first mast.
We're just starting with card tricks, just so you know.
Oh, yeah, so you're doing card tricks. He's actually picking up really quickly. You get the sense that he does possess some basic magi qualities.
Nice.
That's good.
Yeah, and so he goes to you two. He says, "Oh, thank you for your insight and education over the last couple of weeks. It has been absolutely earth-shattering to know the universe is so big and." Oh my gosh, these card tricks, they will get me laid so many times when we get into these cities that you call them.
That's why I started. It's very so good.
It's such a good party trick.
Yes, if you continue to show proficiency, perhaps we will teach you more ways to master the arcane.
Yes.
We will teach you the acoustic guitar.
Like this!
You're doing so well. We have a saying at the Decatia, already better than Gandalf.
Yes, even the Adonids have heard of this putrid do-nothing wizard named Gandalf.
Yes.
To call him a wizard is an insult to the 10 years we spent at the Decatia.
To his credit, I do hear he was an angel. But
I mean,
it is, what have angels ever done for humanity?
Oh, man.
Yes.
Who's to say we would not have? Who's to say we'd not have a better life under the great tyrant?
That's right.
If your uncle's Nishtari, then suddenly you're a great wizard. Oh yeah.
All right, Tari, anything you doing?
Tari is unmuting. Can I do a, investigation check, see what's going on in the water and...
Yeah.
Let's see, to get my...
Go ahead and do that.
It would be investigation, right?
Yeah, I'd give that to you. 10 as well, 2 10s in a row. There's squalls around. You are helping to make sure that the oarsmen and women are doing their jobs. Other than that, it's kind of a rainy day. Don't really see much.
Are there any gulls or any birds that I can try to pounce on?
With the 10, you do see some, and by the time that you pounce towards them, they fly away pretty easily, and they kind of just caw at you and do their thing. There is the ball of yarn that continues to be hanging down from one of the beams, so you are batting at that quite nicely. Yeah, or you have the opportunity. I won't make the choice for you.
That's all right. I think that Tari would enjoy some recreation on the poop deck.
Yeah. All right. So you're hanging out on the poop deck.
Yeah.
All right. So
what are you doing on the poop deck?
Dianominos, other than helping out poor Photios, what are you doing?
Well, I need your ruling on this. So I asked Nick before, but what is your cost for a scribe's wizard to get new spells?
What does the book say?
Well, that's kind of vague. So typically,
Normally it's 50 gold per level of the spell.
yeah, but scribes kind of are they're different. So it costs them a lot less time,
Yeah.
and they also have unlimited ink. So that's part of the cost that normally I think goes into the spell is like trying it out and stuff. So I looked up some forums, and there's a lot of debate.
Yeah, I'm just looking it up real quick. It was not a bad field question.
The hard one.
I would say I can follow up, but for now, I will stick with the 50 gold piece per spell.
All right, then I'm going to copy for first level spells from Rexenor.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll send you what I've got at first level.
Yeah, I think I mostly have them,
Probably.
but
I'll pop it in the chat.
yeah, okay, that would be good. So I'll just do some of those, and then also I'm just going to rest or investigate kind of the seas and everything around us, so like see what's happening.
Okay. Do you want to do an investigation check as well?
Yes, please. Thank you for your spell book. It's something I've been meaning to look at for a long time.
Thank you for yours.
Absolutely, anytime. In fact, come back. I'll be getting lots more if we go into libraries and whatnot.
All right. So a 17 on looking around. You do notice these squalls. You also do notice that the birds are becoming more frequent, and perhaps directly in front of you, you do see a very light blue on the horizon, of a little darker blue, perhaps an island.
Okay. Then I point out to Rexenor and Esrin. I point that out to them, I guess.
Okay, you do that.
Yeah.
Does anyone want to say anything in return?
Say, oh goodness, yes, we need to look out for that and make sure that we can navigate through.
Yes, I can take a closer look.
Does this seem magical or not magical?
You can roll an Arcana check on the island.
Okay. How does
Anyone
Augury
can?
work?
Yeah.
Okay.
Did you do Oracle's Insight or anything like that?
Oof.
No, sorry, I didn't have advantage on. Just take my first one. Bummer. Oh, look at my
Lucky got a nat 20.
I'll do an Arcana as well.
What are we rolling for?
Canada. You do see.
To me.
Yeah, Dianomenos is able to point out a island on the horizon that's just barely visible. It's just a subtle change in the hue of the horizon. Lucky Lala takes a look to see if there's anything magical about this particular island, along with, well, no, Ezrin does not have whatever. 2 rolls, whatever the hell. Words are hard today. And so Lucky does get the sense that, like all of the islands in this archipelago of craziness, it does have a certain magical hue to it. You all are being magically driven around, you might say. These islands come, they go, they move, they sink and reappear at weird places, so it fits the normal tone for the islands. Nothing other than that, nothing special about it. All right, Lucky Lala, given that you have said that, anything you want to do on your turn?
Okay,
What have you been doing in the last couple weeks?
Can I use my magical abilities to speak to animals and speak to the squall to see if he has any information on the island and any obstacles we might have getting there?
So the seagulls?
The seagulls, yeah.
Yep. So, you can absolutely talk. So one of the seagulls, right before you see kind of Tari kind of leaning down, about ready to pounce on this poor seagull. But before that happens, you are able to talk to it, and it squawks at you and says, "Strange place, strange," and then flies away.
Dingle hoppers.
Seagull hoppers. You have any snorflats?
That's not going to help.
Tari almost got that one.
That Iker Seagull starts saying Chapoopy, I'm leaving.
Chapoopy!
Enough of this, I'll swim home.
Chapoopy your face! Anything else?
They're not very helpful, are they?
No, I mean, seagulls aren't terribly bright.
Birds
No.
come stuck.
They're not.
Yeah.
Seagull. I love it.
I don't know if you've ever been around any seagulls, but they're not really that smart. I mean, for what they are, I guess.
Well, do I sense that we're being drawn to that island magically, or are we having to guide the ship? Do I need to tell the crew there's an island in that direction, let's head that way?
Yeah, so you do get the sense with the Nat 20 that, like all the other islands, you are being ushered towards that island. Yes, magically. Divinely, you might even say.
Wow. Okay.
All right.
Okay.
Theodore, last in line.
Right. Well, I believe I should spend my time writing poems about the magnificence of the sea
Yeah?
and sharing them with the crew to inspire.
Oh, these are always delightful, please.
I don't have any prepared. I'm writing them currently.
Oh, I thought you had something in mind. I thought it was like a working
let me roll a performance and see how good of a job I should do. Ooh.
Oh, 19.
All right, wow, let's.
Better show up with a 19.
I'll do a better one than I was planning on doing. Damn it! Come on.
As you're doing that, Analdio goes, "Do it! Do it! Do the poem! Do it now!
Get to the haiku.
Get to the haiku!
Get to the haiku.
Do it! Hello, haiku! Who are you?"
I will read this one. It's kind of long, so maybe I shouldn't read that one. This one's a lot shorter.
Is it the Rhyme of the Ancient Mariner? Because I've read it.
It is not. By the Sea, by Emily Dickinson.
Oh no! No, don't!
I started early, and now I'm starting to sound like. I started early, took my dog, and visited the sea. The mermaids in the basement came out to look at me, and frigates in the upper floor extended hempen hands, presuming me to be a mouse, aground upon the sands. But no man moved me till the tide went past my simple shoe, and past my apron and my belt, and past my bodice too. Perhaps I'm reading from the wrong novel here. It seems awfully rude.
I like it. Good job. Yes. Good. And he pats you on the back and walks away. Back to his oar.
Great. I hope he's inspired.
I would say Rexenor comes up to you after and goes, Theodore, it has been refreshing since I have been away from Miletus these last few weeks to have a man of culture remind us of what is worth living for.
Yes, Emily Dickinson is a wonderful bard from Miletus.
Yes, one of my favorites.
I will look up some Wordsworth soon. The great gnomish poet.
Yes,
Wait, there's no gnomes in this.
lonely as a cloud.
I float gnomely as a cloud.
So as you all were listening to Theodore recite his newfound plagiaristic poem,
I gave credit.
you gave credit. That's right. You took out one of your tomes and started reading from it. You all are drawn closer and closer to this island. Within several hours, you are able to find a bay that seems well suited for a ship of this size, of the Astorion, and you take your little dinghy, make your way to shore. For the sake of brevity, I will say that you explore around the beachhead. There's nothing in particular. There is one path that leads into the forest. Doing investigation checks and whatnot, you don't see anything of note necessarily on the beachhead. It seems to be well trodden, of varying different footprints. Nothing that you can necessarily see distinctly. Perhaps definitely humanoid. And as you're walking through the forest, we will start there. You will notice as we get to this next map that there is a stop sign. At that stop sign, you can stop. Until that point, you have free range. I believe I have updated the lighting, where it will update when you let go of your token and drop it on the map. So I was getting some weird errors if I left it where you can move your guy around. And for the map after this, it becomes even more important, and you'll know why later. But here we are at the bottom of the map. Hopefully it works for you all down here.
Interesting.
So you all have been walking through this forest for, I would say, about 45 minutes, hearing different sorts of noises and whatnot. We will start with the top of the order, with Ezrin.
Let us see.
Ah, the map is loaded. Wonderful.
So go back, Ezrin. So stay within the forested area. The path.
Sorry, I didn't see the stop sign.
No, the stop sign's to the left, actually, but there's a... So what you see is a row of trees that block your ability to go anywhere, and the trail is really the only place to go.
Is there something I see down below?
That is the credit of who made the map.
Ah. Gotcha. I see a path up ahead. Can I kind of do maybe like a perception check, or just kind of be aware of my surroundings?
Yeah, you can go ahead and do a perception check.
What can I do?
Are you bringing your robots?
If they had avatars, probably. But yeah, so you'll say they're there. A perception check. Yeah, so what you see is this lagoon further up. And it seems to be very, very beautiful. There's a hut on the far end of it, but there's a bridge directly in front of you. And at the end of that is a very large, what the hell is it called? Dragon thingy? Hydra. That...
Again?
Pretty sure I died by a Hydra multiple times.
Yeah.
At this point, the Hydra does not appear to notice you quite just yet.
Okay. I go, do, 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 and I back up. Quietly.
Anything else you want to do? Do you want to let the party know?
Yes, I'm going to say, hey, there's a Hydra up ahead. We should plan out what we want to do so that we do not die for real this time.
Oh dear, again.
Get back on the boat, I presume.
Yeah, that's a good safe bet.
I also have my little mechanical creatures with us.
Yes.
So I'm going to have them next to me. I'm trying to decide if I should send my homunculus servant out to explore. What all specialties do you have? How should we approach this situation so we do not die?
Everybody?
Are you asking us?
I am. I'm asking.
I think we should get back on the boat and leave if there's another one of those monstrous creatures.
Yes.
I think our destiny is to move forward, not back.
I agree with the destiny.
We can move forward somewhere else that doesn't necessarily lead us into the jaws of a creature that will eat us.
Is anyone here particularly stealthy?
I could shapeshift
Oh.
into something. Like a snake or
Why does it always have to be snakes?
I can't fly yet, so I can't. I could be a snake. I could be
You could perhaps
a dog.
something small and write on the homunculus servant.
What do we know about hydras? What do they hate the most?
Fire.
Well, if they're like
Fire hydra.
I'm a snake, it's like a serpent. He won't hurt me.
That is a good point.
Maybe he'll just think I'm just another wild creature.
A
slithering.
snack, an appetizer, an amuse bouche.
I could do a spider, but I can't move very fast.
Are we trying to find a way around the Hydra, or do we want to approach the Hydra?
Do we have a reason to go around it?
We can't. It looks like it's blocking.
You get the sense that through the last 45 minutes, the trail, all the trees around the trail were very thick. And you know that a couple steps into the forest would result in you being lost until you made to the sea, which might take days or weeks or years, depending on your ability to navigate.
Here.
Everything leads here.
What do hydras have intelligence? Do they speak?
You all can do a history check.
Yes.
See if you remember anything in your schoolings about Hydra. I'll give you all advantage on this too, given that you were eaten by a Hydra at least 3 times.
Oh,
I
that
do not
reminds me.
recall. I died a lot.
All right.
Oh, I didn't do well.
11.
Tari knows all about the Hydra.
I don't know. Oh, Tari got 20.
Tari, if I remember, Tari's one of the few people who actually did some damage to the Hydra. So
And also got
Close
eaten a lot.
information.
yeah, you all got eaten a lot.
She scared the hydra.
Yeah, you did
Oh,
scare
wow.
the Hydra. So, what you know is that looking at this Hydra, Tari, you get the sense that it's very strong. It probably has a fairly high constitution, pretty dumb, not super charismatic.
Constitution, but dumb.
If it was somewhat more intelligent, I could make it laugh, so we could sneak past.
You could make it hideously laugh.
I don't think I can because it's not smart enough to do so. Unless it has an intelligence of 6 or higher, which I very much doubt.
Any thoughts of what you want to do? And if you haven't moved around this little area to the stop sign, you all can do that during this discussion as well.
All right.
But stay within the trees. So yeah, Dianominos. Yeah.
What?
So you head to the left where the trail is.
Yeah.
So any plans on what y'all can do to?
Can we lead it away somehow?
Ooh, this is a good idea.
Where to?
We'll get a stake, we'll attach it to Dianominos' tail, and hit him on the backside so he runs willy-nilly through the forest.
No, miss. Why my tail? Why not Tari's tail? I'm sure Tari is much quicker.
Are you not the
I'm so
jumping
glad to not have a tail.
Yeah.
I think you have a tail, my friend. I have a tail.
Well, it's a goat tail. Not much to it.
So all you would need, friends, if you really want me to, or if you really want Tari to run through the forest, you just need a water bottle.
Uh-huh.
Yes.
Right here.
You do not need to hit me.
Perhaps we should use the water
Laser
bottle.
light.
Perhaps we should use the water bottle on the Hydra itself.
Laser
I kind of
beam.
want to carry a water bottle around now. It's part of my character. Tari.
No.
I like to face problems head on. I wonder if there is a way that we can antagonize the creature enough that it thinks we are much more of a threat than we actually are.
Does my speak to animals work on hydras?
I don't know.
don't-
Sure, why not?
I don't think it's an animal.
It is a monstrosity.
I think. Oops. Sorry, I didn't mean to click that.
I mean, I have
Beasts of.
probably between us, we speak whatever it speaks.
I don't think it speaks.
Yeah, I'm not
If
sure
it's
it's
big.
that intelligent.
Yeah.
I've
Yeah.
got something.
What?
If I can get within 60 feet of it, I can get it to be afraid of us, or at least of me.
Oh,
Do you have a tin pan and some kind of wooden spoon to hit it with?
I have something better.
So I do not recall. Did it frighten us last time before it killed us? I think I died so quickly multiple times.
Tari was able to scare the the snot out of it.
But
Yes,
did it
well-
scare us?
Mm-hmm.
I did Daunting Roar, I believe.
so Rexenor, will this thing? It'll be frightened and move away from you if you keep advancing toward it.
Yes.
I say we go for that. Simple enough.
Wait a minute, let me see. I can always increase your ability if I
How
know.
sure are we that this thing is real? Maybe it's an illusion of some kind.
I had given some thought in the same direction. Could I do an investigation on the Hydra?
Yeah.
And I will too. Hello. Wow.
Critical failure. So you're already kind of concerned about this thing. And a 12.
Mine's slightly better.
The only thing, Dionomos, that you do notice is that this Hydra appears to be a little smaller than the last one. God. By the gods.
Okay. I gotta get on this too. See if I can fail.
Oh, sorry.
There you go.
Yeah, there you go.
I didn't click the.
Hey, Ezra.
It didn't matter, Amber.
I know, and it was 4-4.
4.
Nice. Wow.
So don't I get like a bonus for that because it's like the same number?
No,
like,
you
can we
round
add
up to
it
five.
and
Yeah, you get a bonus
multiply
of
it?
1.
Multiply it.
Yeah, sure. But you all are kind of like, you're kind of having a PTSD reaction. Your heartbeat accelerates. You remember, like, Dionomos getting just ripped apart numerous times by this Hydra in very grotesque fashion.
It's funny how that's the only part I remember is Dionomos being.
Well, because didn't he play like he was asleep? He's like, I'm just gonna lay here asleep.
Yeah, that's true.
No,
he
I
did.
just embraced it. I knew I was going to die.
Yeah, and then
I
just
was like, how many times can you die in your lifetime? This is kind of a nice thing to do.
Yeah. So anyway, Ezrin though kind of has a clear sense about her. Ezrin, what you do notice with this particular Hydra is it's smaller. It appears to be it's not on edge, more relaxed, and
It's high.
you see a pile of mushrooms in front of it. And it's just guzzling them down. No, you also see
It has 5 vape pens.
you also see some white around its eyes, where you get this sense of, for lack of a better word, civilization, humanness, to use a term that you probably wouldn't use. They are bloodshot because baked out of its mind, but you do get the sense of at least some intelligence besides just beastly anger behind the eyes.
So I'm gonna turn to Rexenor and everyone else who rolled a 1 and be like, if we charge it, perhaps we can hack it to shreds.
That sounds like a great idea.
And it's no, wait. Don't you see it in the eyes? Look at its eyes.
Which
There
one?
is some intelligence there.
Oh,
Like
I'm
that.
going in the opposite direction.
You go talk to it, Ezra. Ezrin.
Maybe I should see what happens if I see my homunculus servant buzzing by and see what it does to it.
Yeah, so
Is it edible? Is your homunculus made out of an edible material?
No, it is all machine.
Then it probably has a good shot.
So you send your homunculus out, and it starts buzzing around this thing's head, or heads, and the heads kind of start like moving around, kind of like a snake, but there's fucking 5 of them, and they're all trying to get like the trajectory of this thing, kind of watching it almost like a cat watches a laser light, which Tari can relate to. And
I want it to wave with its claw.
What's that?
I want it to wave, like look friendly, not annoying like a gnat.
Maybe we should write it a note and have it taken out. Do you like us? Yes.
Yes, message.
So it waves, and all 5 heads begin to look towards the tree line that you all are in.
Well, we are all farther back, right? At least I am. I don't know.
Yeah, you all are still behind cover, and I would say hidden to spy any kind of stealth check. You're far enough away that, but it's looking, and now all 5 heads are just kind of going back and forth, looking. Like it's picked up what you're putting down with that wave.
Okay, does it look friendly, like it wants to wave back? Or like it wants
Do
to...
another insight check.
It doesn't have arms. It can't.
Oh.
Oh boy.
Yeah, you get the sense that it's probably going to eat you. Or, I'm not really quite sure. I mean, it can go either way. It's going to eat you. It's going to say hi. I mean,
If nothing else, this Hydra looks less formidable than the one that has massacred us over and over again.
Okay, so I have a question.
Yeah.
If I cast darkness, can my mages still hit the target since they know where it's at?
Can your what hit it?
Can aim in the
Our
direction.
mages, our wizards.
Oh, it depends on how far you can do it, but yeah, you can still attack this thing.
Do we think we should attack it, or perhaps it did not immediately attack the robotic creature?
I'm sure it is on the defensive because it thinks it may be attacked.
Perhaps we should go and hail this Hydra.
I like
Doesn't have
that
to try.
idea.
Hail Hydra.
Hail Hydra!
Haildra. Haildra.
Eldra.
Let us go whisper in its ear.
Does
Okay.
Namaste.
Choose from.
Rexnor, you are up next in initiative. What are you going to do?
I am going to attempt an insight check on this thing because I am very, very suspicious of it. And here's 4.
12, in fact.
12. Oh, 3 times that.
So with your insight, you also get the sense that it's a little calmer than the last one that just came barreling at you and killed you, but still pretty sketch. It's a big, giant Hydra.
I'm not normally one to go stepping out in front of the rest of the party since I'm a super squishy wizard boy.
I will walk in front of you.
Yeah, here's what I will do. I will get behind Theodore and have cause fear prepared, but will not cast it unless it starts to come after us.
Okay.
What if I could enhance one of your abilities? What would be the most helpful? Perhaps you use your intelligence as the main focus for your magical abilities.
Yes, I will take your buff, Theodore.
That's one way to say it. I will figure out which animal it is that does intelligence. I believe it is Fox's cunning. Would it be helpful if I were to create a sense of increased intelligence with you?
Yes, I feel as if I could be even smarter.
All right, I conjure the fox's cunning by saying exactly what it is the fox says and whisper it in your ear. It's not nearly as interesting as the song makes it out.
It says one-hit wonder.
It says it kind of barks. That's about all they say.
Okay, yeah.
No, I'm actually not sure what that will do.
So as Theodore and Rexnor prepare to kind of move forward in tandem, anyone else want to participate in that adventure or just hang back?
Prepare your weapons. If nothing else, we will be running back here very swiftly.
Actually, I think I would have you do dexterity.
Absolutely. I will not do Fox's cunning. I will use Cat's grace.
Ooh.
Expeditious. Oh. Well,
Shall we-
I'll approach it as well. I'm just curious.
I think
about
I'll go with them.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'll go too.
Yes,
Why
and
not?
I'm right in my steel defender and looking like steampunkish awesomeness.
So you're riding your octopus, going through
Dr.
this.
Calamario.
It's me,
You're,
Calamario.
you're riding the octopus Calamario through this garden, and the rest of you all go in a clump, spread out. How you want?
I will stand boldly in front of Rexenor. Maybe we should stand on the other side of this bridge and yell at it.
Tari,
Yeah,
or
maybe
not
it'll
Tari.
Be 60 feet away.
Ezrin, are you going to move your person? Where are you
Oh, yeah,
standing?
I am.
Denominos?
Have you?
Yes, I am.
I'll be up here.
Maybe it's
Did you
trapped
guys-
on an island.
Have you checked the Arcana for this place, Rexenor?
I mean, when we were on the boat, I got a natural 1.
Oh, yeah.
You're having that conversation as you walk up. You're like, "Hey, Rex, did you do an Arcana check on this?" And then as you're saying that, you hear this boom, boom, as this Hydra begins to walk towards you all. We're gonna keep going down initiative. Tari just poof disappeared.
Oh, yeah.
Headphones just stopped.
Is she?
How's your video?
Headphones just stopped. Or
Can't
can't
hear.
hear you guys.
We can't see you.
Well, we can't see you. Okay, so as Tari is gaining her awareness of what is going on, maybe I see circles. I see circles.
It's an ill-defined sprite. It is rotating not on a central axis. It is a poorly designed icon.
It is. As the poorly designed icon continues to rotate, and the gods laugh. Dianominos, it is your turn.
We cannot hear, Tari.
Well, now that it's approaching closer, I suppose I call out to it.
Yeah,
Well-
we got you.
Okay.
Never mind. I'll wait until Tari.
All right, Tari. Yeah, you're next up on initiative. Tari, you see this big giant Hydra coming towards you.
So is there I'm really good with nature and animal handling. Is there any sort of check that I can do to figure out if they are friendly or foe?
I mean, I would say that
On those-
typically would be an insight check.
Oh, okay.
Um,
I'm pretty let's see here. Insight. I'm not very wise, so
No, you don't
Um,
give yourself enough credit, Tari. It's always worth trying.
So I guess can I try to do insight?
sure, absolutely. As you get closer to this beast,
Yeah, I'm 9. Not great.
you're not quite sure. You're kind of middle of the road. This thing might eat us, or it might cuddle up on our lap.
So I guess I'm going to. Can I ready an action?
Yes.
I want to kind of rest my hand on my battle axe and get ready. If something happens, I'm going to throw it at the Hydra and try to lop off one of their heads.
You prepare that action, Dianominos.
All right, I'm curious about this thing. So I already investigated it, but I kind of want to know the same thing Tari asked, so I'm going to try an insight check.
Okay.
All right. And
Only a decent one.
I was going to hedge for it, but
Yeah. So, what are you trying to gain an insight of?
same thing. Is this thing trying to how is it feeling about us? Like, is it coming like a cool little puppy dog, or is it like a mean guard dog?
You do get the sense that it is on guard, that it is guarding the small island in which it is on. However, it doesn't appear to be evil
That's
in a
helpful.
sense.
Okay. Yeah, so I'd also like to investigate, well, actually, yeah, investigate the bridge and just the magic of the island. So it's a big all-around check time for me.
Do you want to do another Arcana check?
Yeah, I'll do that. And then,
Nice.
yeah.
The island doesn't especially seem to be magical in nature any more than any of the other Dakar islands that you've been on. Nothing about it seems to be special. It's pretty mundane. This creature, being a Hydra, does appear to have some kind of magical properties, as most monsters do. But it seems to be pretty mundane.
All right. And then also I want to investigate the bridge and all the...
Yeah, and I'll say, with insight and arcana and all that kind of stuff, bridge seems to be sturdy.
All right. So there's no like properties about it that
Nope.
when we cross it, it's like a threshold kind of property.
Nope.
Why is there even a bridge here at all?
Well, there's another
water.
island, right?
Someone must have been here.
They were trying to determine if someone was a witch.
Okay. Then I'll just call out to the creature and say,
Build the bridge out of it.
I'll say, hell, do you speak?
Let's see what it does.
And then I can go through all the languages I know if I have.
It says no.
It looks at you and gives a large, loud snarl.
Uh-oh.
Yes.
Nice. Wait, I didn't catch that. Can you do it again?
What was that?
Have you been practicing that? I just have to ask.
I have not. That's just one of that comes fully stocked.
Nice. I like that.
Base programming.
That's
What is an enchanted? Something that was enchanted to become a Hydra.
With that Arcana check of 19 that Dionomenos got, you don't get a sense that it is particularly enchanted.
No.
It's just a regular Hydra. Just your run-of-the-mill Hydra.
Yeah, a little smaller than normal, a little more normal.
So,
True value Hydra.
all right. After that, I just turn to everyone and I say, it seems like all of these islands we've been on have been testing us in some way. None of them have been typical or usual. I don't know. What should we do? Should we just approach it, or is that suicidal? Not that I'm against suicide.
You are in initiative, so I'm going to go ahead and move to Lucky. You can respond, or you can react. You do get.
So what I want to do is I want to prepare a flame in my hand, produce a flame, and if the Hydra steps on the bridge, I'm gonna cast it the same time Tari attacks it, throws her axe.
Okay.
I'm ready because I'm nervous and I'm shaking a little bit. My knees are kind of wobbly, and I'm gonna do the little fire.
Yeah, you do that.
I feel safer with a little fire, even though it might do 1 damage.
Yep, you do that. So next up is the Hydra, and what you see is it starts looking at you all, kind of, its heads are going back and forth and kind of up and down, and it takes one step onto the bridge, and out of its mouth shoots a wall of fire. Before it hits you, half of you are like, I didn't know Hydras shot fire. I need all of you to do Constitution saving throws. Constitution.
Uh-oh.
God damn it, I asked for the wrong fucking thing.
Oh gosh.
Fuck me.
Oh, Tari.
Oh, I do get advantage on this. I'm using my last fucking thing to get advantage on this.
Okay.
And we'll do worse.
Better.
12.
All right. So Tari, what did Tari get there? Tari got 25. Theodore got a 19. and the rest of you fail Dionomos critically. So Tari and Tari and Theodore, sorry, you're sitting there like nothing, like it's nothing. You get like a tingling sense. The rest of you get this overwhelming tickle over your body. Dionomos, in fact, falls on the ground just uncontrollably laughing as if he is a 4-year-old that is being tickled by his uncle, and cannot stop. In fact, he probably wets himself a little bit.
I mean,
You couldn't tell.
yeah,
That's fair.
haters piss themselves all the time. It's not.
You can't really tell over the normal pissing of the self.
And so this fire, it didn't do any damage. It just tickled. And this Hydra stops and then looks at you all and says, "What do you want?"
Oh, we're just curious. What do you want?
Get
I'll
away
let-
from here!
Why must you try to
What can Diablos
keep us
speak?
away?
I
We
can't
want
stop
to be
laughing.
left alone.
Who are we? Well, let us introduce ourselves first. We are the mighty adventurers of whatever the name of our group is. We've decided that yet.
We're men of wealth and taste. We're men and women of wealth and taste.
We are the brave sailors of the Asterian. And we are here to explore these islands purely in a mission of exploration and peace that lasts however many years I don't know.
You're
A voyage of exploration.
for 5 years.
A 5-year quest.
5-year mission.
Was on some sort of star.
It was
Island quest, we call it.
it was just supposed to be a 1-hour tour.
I am Theodore. These are my friends and compatriots.
Oh,
We mean you no harm.
you
Unless, of course, you mean us harm. In which case, we will probably also mean you harm.
I mean, you seem to be okay. You probably need to talk to the boss,
The boss?
the leader.
Yes, take us to Bruce Springsteen.
Who?
The boss.
He was the director of studies at the Decatia.
Oh, not him. He's more of a leader than a boss.
Who is the leader also a creature such as yourself?
Oh, I can't speak for the leader. So you all will have to, you see the island directly behind me? I'll usher you, to that island, and you can't leave it, okay, until you give him permission.
I see.
Just wait
That
for the
sounds-
leader there, and I'll make sure you don't move. So don't you move from that island. Do you hear me?
Oh yes, your tickles are rather devastating.
Don't make
Wait a
fun
minute. Is that island shaped like something?
don't make fun of me, Tickles.
No, I was laughing my ass off. It was terrible.
See,
I peed myself. Look,
I am a fierce Hydra.
Are you?
You're very fierce, very.
I am.
You're not like any Hydra we've encountered.
Yes, I am a. I am a misfit.
oh,
You're
no.
starting to sound a little Lodra.
We've got to bring it up a little higher. It's not to be such a downer.
Do you want to be a dentist?
Yes, I do. I do want to be a dentist, but
Are you Septola?
me hands. I don't have any hands.
Well, you're certainly the most agreeable Hydra we have ever met.
Have you
We've
met
met
other?
two.
Have you met
No.
other Hydras?
Well, there was one.
Over and over.
Oh,
It was very unpleasant.
It wasn't so much a meeting as it was a death and destruction fest.
oh, yes.
It was rather fun. I recommend you try it sometime.
I'd rather not. I don't participate in the conversations with me other, folk and stuff. They're not nice to me.
Do you have a name? We are We find you quite agreeable, I believe.
Yes,
Do you have a name, my friend?
Yes, my name is Hank.
Hank the Hydra.
Oh, hello, Hank.
Hello.
Is that short for something?
Hank the Hydra. She got it right just then.
I thought every name in this land must end with Cleese or something.
Well, I mean that's part of me. That's part of me being different. You know, it's just Hank.
It's not that unusual. My middle name is Of.
That is a strange name. Can I escort you to the island there?
Yes, please proceed.
Absolutely.
So he walks you up to this next island where he is there.
This little one with a little pond.
It's where the stairs are, right where he stopped moving. Hold on a quick second. I got a little minion here of myself.
Thank you, Hank.
Ooh, look at this lovely tree. I'm going to watch the fishes by the shore.
That was a delight.
Is there like a coin operated fish food bin anywhere? Gachapon?
You do see there is a pile of the fish food directly in the middle of the island that you can certainly take.
Yeah, I'd throw a handful of the coin.
These fish are quite interesting.
And then they come up and they eat us all.
Delight.
Fucking
Beautiful koi.
fucking 30-foot catfish comes and attacks us. Everyone roll for initiative.
Catfish are the worst.
They're fucking awful.
So as you all are standing there, you hear this whoosh, whoosh, whoosh. And then directly next to you, if I can figure out how to get it going, right next to the tree, a large red dragon alights, nearly squishing Retsinor. And then does this amazing roar that is deafening. Anyone want to react to that?
That's upsetting.
I am going to say in Draconic, hail and well met, Master Dragon.
And it answers back in common and says, "Hail and well met.
Oh.
I am here to ensure that you will stay on the island of Parley."
Oh, so are you the boss or is someone else the boss?
I am not the boss.
Oh, you're just making sure that we stay.
Yes.
Okay, what's your name?
My name?
Yes.
We will introduce ourselves
Henry.
while you think of something.
I have the name. I have the name.
I am Theodore of Solkofos, and these are my friends and compatriots.
Hail and well met. My name is Bubbles.
That is an unusual name for a dragon, although you are perhaps the first that I've met, so maybe it isn't.
And he looks at you and shoots it takes this big inhale and shoots out not a wave of fire as you'd expect from a red dragon, but bubbles.
Oh, Tari. Bubbles.
Yeah, and Tari, I need you to do a Constitution saving throw.
Jump and do backflips.
I like this island.
A 19. Yeah, you can make the choice of if you want to go after the bubbles or not. You're in full awareness of your, constitution there. You do want to play with them, but you're not compelled to.
I can stop playing with bubbles anytime I want.
So Tari thinks that if there's one that comes near her, she'll go pop.
Yep. So one kind of drifts right past you. Pop.
What with an extended claw?
Yes.
And you're sitting there kind of hitting these bubbles as they come forth and waft around you.
That is quite a trick, my friend.
It is my essence.
Are you a soap
I know
dragon,
it.
perchance?
I am a red dragon.
Okay.
I just
Oh,
happen
you're a
to...
misfit too.
What?
I understand the name.
What'd you say, Ezrin?
Oh, are you a misfit too?
Yes.
The
I have been
island of
called
Misfit.
Misfit before.
Oh, we think you are lovely.
Thank you.
And also terrifying, if that's a compliment.
Thank you.
Yes, very terrifying.
And he like just bursts and like bubbles are everywhere. It's like a birthday party of bubbles.
I wish I had.
So-
I can use prestidigitation to shoot lasers among these bubbles while playing a ripping didgeridoo solo.
So, tell me, Dragon.
We call it laserdoo.
Tell me, Dragon. Do you know Yukon Cornelius or Charlie in the Box?
No, I have heard rumors perhaps that there's an island in the Drakra Islands of misfit toys. We are the island of misfit monsters.
Oh,
Oh, okay.
but you must have a good relationship at least.
Oh yes, we have very nice trade relations with them. As you are sitting there talking to these monsters, is everyone over there? I feel like I'm missing somebody.
Tari is down there somewhere.
Tari.
Tari
Oh.
can't move. Tari is talking.
She followed the bubbles.
Sorry, the bubbles were
Here, I'll
enchanting.
I'll move you, Tari.
What's going on?
I'm just moving your avatar so it's on the island.
Okay, sorry.
As you are sitting there talking to them, you do see three figures come forth from the kind of derelict cabin in the middle of the next island. And two of them begin to walk over towards the bridge.
Oh
And
no! I need to reverse centaur.
Tara feels like she just missed something.
The scariest monster of all.
Nobody likes reverse centaur.
Oh, yeah. Now I see it.
Wow. Very interesting.
I gotta zoom in on this.
yeah, you can zoom in on them real nice.
Ooh, another centauroid. Enjoy those, don't we, Lucky?
Who is the other fellow?
How do you spell centaur backwards? Oh god.
And Rancroft.
It's so off-putting.
It is so disturbing. Okay. So, keep it together. As you all are talking, these two somewhat off-putting people come at the they're on the far side of the bridge, and the one to the left that y'all can go ahead and do an insight or perception check on. Oh, no, history check. We'll do history.
Yes. I prefer that skill.
Oh,
Even though
what's
it's
my thing today?
Everyone?
Whoever wants to do a history check on this thing.
God, real 20 is really
I
lucky.
believe I
Yeah.
might have.
Roll 20's takeneth today.
I know. Like, this is the game to have low rolls in it. Like,
I hope so, because good God, I think my highest roll of the night's been like a 13, 14.
Yeah,
I think that Real 20 is being very kind to Tari.
I would say, yeah. So Tari and Theodore, yet again, you get the sense that this person on the left, so you get the river centaur, that is off-putting. Doesn't take anyone, even Lucky is like, ooh, kind of shudders a little bit. Ooh. And
I, as a half man, half bull, I don't really find it that different.
well,
it's
The loincloth makes a big difference.
It's more the gait of how it walks, kind of like a spider, but like a human, and
Ugh.
you know,
Does it use all 6 feet?
Yeah, it's hung like a human too, and it's just awkward. It's just
That
weird.
is distressing.
A centaur is just hung like a horse. I mean, it's less impressive.
Yeah, but I don't know. Theodore is not affected by it. Most other people, I'm sure.
Theodore doesn't really notice these creatures anyway. They all look the same
No.
to me.
But what you
I just
do
kind of
notice,
stop and look.
despite saying that, Theodore, you and Tari do get the sense that one on the left is, in fact, looks like a vampire.
Ooh.
And he begins to speak to you all and says, hello, everybody. Would you be just coming towards the foot of the bridge here? Yes, just right towards the foot of the bridge so we can have a better conversation, please. Yes. Yes, just not on this side of the bridge, just on that side on your island. There is a procedure that we must follow. So if you would all come to this side, your side of this bridge, so that we can have a parley, given that you are on the Parley Island, the island of Parley, if you would. You Minotaur person, would you mind coming over here, please? We can have a parley, if you would. Do not come to this side of the bridge. Just say on that side of the bridge there is... No, yes, thank you. That is quite far enough. So, if you wouldn't mind, thank you all for coming to this side, your side of the bridge, not my side, but your side, because there is a procedure to all of this, yeah? So, what I have to say is very important, and I don't want to be interrupted by any of you at this point, because this is a parley, and we must understand there is a procedure, for parleys. So, what I have to say is very important. Please pay attention. Before we go to the leader, what I have to know to go up to him is really your name, where you come from, and your general disposition. Yeah? And so those three things will be very quintessential for the procedure to know, so that you all can then proceed forward to the leader. What I will do, what the procedure says, in fact, is that I will take your information and take it to the leader and give him a brief debrief of... again, like I said, your name, where you come from, and your general disposition. Yeah.
I believe we get the gist.
And so, please do not interrupt me. This is very important. There is a procedure that we must all follow. And so, let me repeat myself again. I need your name, where you come from, and your general disposition. Okay. So, in terms of order, we actually. We do not have a procedure about who goes first. Usually, usually there's one, maybe two of you. So I will have to say that, okay, so it's 3.49, a subsection 1 Roman numeral. Do you guys know what a Roman numeral is? It is a weird thing. It's like
It doesn't seem
it's like a lowercase I, but people call it a Roman numeral. Anyway, that's beside the point, really. The procedure has to be updated. So perhaps next time the committee comes together, I will inform them that we have a slight thing here where we need to make sure that there is an order to this. Again, what I need is your name, where you come from, and your general disposition. And so we could do smallest to largest, or largest to smallest, or we could start in the middle and then go out.
Okay, I'm going to use my silver tongue ability. Is it silver tongue or is it unsettling word? I'm going to use unsettling word to lower its... I'm going to use one of my bardic inspirations to cause one creature to sweat so hard as I chew them out that they take a penalty to their saving throw. And then I'm going to cast hideous laughter on this guy.
A bit mean, isn't it?
You do that.
I'm tired of him talking.
Well, he did say this is the island of Parley, but it seems like it's more of the island of monologue at this point.
I did not have silence. That would have been what I really wanted to cast. Unfortunately. So let me roll the... You have to roll a... I forget what save it is. I have a child on my lap.
You do? Oh, yes.
What does he have to do?
I believe it's a... I'm sorry, I have to look it up. I have a child on me. It lowers its saving throw by... What? Do you remember...
what are you trying to do?
Amy? I'm casting Hideous Laughter on it. It has to make a Wisdom saving throw.
Yes.
Oh, you're on there.
But I'm using my bardic skill to lower its saving throw.
Right. So you lower it by the you're at a 1d6, right?
Yeah.
So you roll a 1d6.
Do I roll or do you roll?
I think I always rolled it.
All right. Well, I will roll a d6 and you lower your Wisdom save by that amount.
Okay. 3. So go ahead and do an insight or an insight check as well.
I just wanted to make him quiet. I can end the laughter. All right, here we go.
Does he have Philolalia?
My character sheet vanished. Oh no!
Philolalia?
An 8.
Not great.
Not great. Despite that, you do get the sense that as you cast these and as your annoyance grows, he seems to become more erect in his posture and kind of gets a smile. And he's like, "Ooh, well."
He's a psychic vampire.
With that, no, sir, no, little goat, no. But there is a procedure to this. Like I was saying, this is
what did he roll on his save?
It doesn't matter. He absorbed your energy that essentially nullified it. I probably didn't win, but it doesn't really matter at this point. So he says, "Okay, I get the sense. Oh, I get the sense. Yes, that you all are." Wanting to get to the point of the matter, and like I said, there is a procedure, and that I need to know your name, where you come from, and your general disposition. We will start with the smallest to largest, and so he points to you, Lucky Lala. I don't know which one's taller, you or Dionominos, but
Same. We're probably the same. But
we're about the same height, I reckon.
Okay. I'll start. My name's Lucky Lala, and I'm from the Scola Vale, a little forest. And what's my disposition?
are you a good
I'm
goat
good.
or a bad goat?
I'm a good goat, and I love nature.
Okay, well,
I don't think you should call people a goat. He's not a goat.
I'm a good
he did
satyr.
not. I'm sorry, he did not express what he was. Perhaps that should be part of your disposition. What are
Yes,
you?
I'm a satyr.
I don't think labeling people is a good way to begin a conversation.
Ooh, well, it is a self-label, so that is okay, is it not?
I suppose it is, but I don't think you called yourself a goat, did you, Lucky?
I only did because he did.
I feel like you should stand up for yourself and set your own boundaries.
Well, yes. I call this person next to me a horseman. He prefers to call himself a centaur, but we all know that's not accurate, is it? But, Minotaur, please be quiet. There is a procedure that we must follow. Thank you, Lucky Lala. I do appreciate it. I will not give you a given. Okay, we will make a new procedure. No labels until labels are given by the person who has a label. You next, smallest. Sorry for the label. We will correct that as well. That I do not mean to say that you are small or any of the sorts, but I will point to you and say you must go next.
Yes, that's fine. You can call me Goatman if it helps you clarify until I declare what my species is, which is satyr, which is also what Lucky Lala is. Should he go by that?
Welcome, satyr. What is your name?
My name is Dionominos, and I am from, well, it's complicated. Let's just say I'm from Miletus most recently. And I am good, but some say I can be chaotic occasionally. And I like long walks on the beach. Oh, wait, sorry, that's the other. I'm so used to answering something different. So, yeah, that's me.
Do you like margaritas?
Are you a good satyr or a bad satyr?
I'm a good satyr.
Oh.
How does one wait, objection!
Well, I don't know.
I believe that one cannot put a label such as good or bad on the deeds that one has enacted until it is time to judge one's life at the end of their existence.
Yes, I believe.
I try to act good. I do it my best, and I follow the philosophy of, I can't remember the name.
Ifara.
No, there's another one at the academy that they have like their schools of philosophy.
Yes, so Minotaur, if you wouldn't mind, yes, holding your comments. I know it is so tough, and I do enjoy it, but please, I know it is tough for you to go last. I'm sure you are used to being so boisterous that you go first, so I must help you understand there is a procedure. Please shut up and remain quiet for the remainder until it is your turn. Thank you. Next.
You know what? I think Theodora has turned 180 degrees and is actually really enjoying this now.
All right.
This reminds him of home.
I don't know who's bigger next. Between Rexenor, Tari, or Ezrin.
I am 5'3".
She would definitely be smaller than me, who is 5'9".
Tari?
But you're so skinny. You're like a tissue paper holder.
Yeah, I'll say Ezrin goes next. So, you, Blue Nick Spawn, please, your name, where you come from, and your general disposition, please. Yeah.
I am Ezrin Azul Nightshade. I am a Triton, and I am from the sea city of Agupuka.
I do hope that your procedure is that you write that down, because I don't think you will remember that.
Can you say that again? That was a great city name.
Yes,
if I ever found a city, I might.
It sounds lovely.
It is very lovely. It's a wonderful place if you like the water, like I do. And I feel like what is good and what is bad, but from the eye of the beholder. So I feel rather neutral.
Oh, okay. That is a fair answer. Yes. So I appreciate it, Ezrin. Next, I will go. You. And he points to Tari. Tari, how do you know? Did you look up your height? You can make it up.
I'm looking up right now, actually.
I will say.
I feel like Tari's pretty big.
Yeah. So I'll go to. So he points to the human Rexenor.
I am Rexenor of the Polis of Miletus. And as a student of Crufix, I believe that nothing is good or bad, but thinking makes it so.
Oh, well, that is a fair answer. Yes. Thank you, good sir. Would you murder us in our sleep?
I wouldn't dream of it,
Okay,
sir.
so I will say that you are a good human. From this point, based off of my current investigation of you and your general disposition, I will put you down as the good, not evil. Good? Yes.
Fair enough.
Okay. And you, and he points to Tari, finally. Again, I will need your name, where you are from, and your general disposition, please. Yes? Yeah?
And for you to turn off mute.
I believe Leonin friend is muted.
There you. Sorry, Tari apologizes. Tari is 6'4", apparently. Just to let you know.
Decent.
Yes. So I am Tari, and I am Tari is from. Oh gosh, I just had it. Sorry.
That would be
the Oreskos.
Yep, the Oreskos area. Yes.
I am from the Tari is from the land of Oreskos, and Tari is reasonably good, but also neutral.
So I will ask you as well. Thank you, Tari. Would you murder us in our sleep unprovoked, as part of your own process to eradicate your enemies?
Not unprovoked.
Good deal. I will put you in a good column as well. All right. Last but not least, you Minotaur. Not to give you a label, as we said that I wouldn't, but I apologize. I don't know your name quite just yet, that you have not followed the procedure, but I will have you know, it is now your turn. I know it was probably very taxing to your inner soul, so thank you so much. All I need right now that you're on your side of the bridge, not my side of the bridge, is the your name, where you hail from, and your general disposition, please.
Before I answer, I have a question.
That is not part of the procedure. I will have you say your name first, and then your where you are from, and then your general disposition. And then I will answer your question.
I don't believe. My name is Theodore, first of my name, of no house. I hail from Scophos, land of Minotaur, of savagery, but also great courage and hidden wisdom.
Are you a good a Theodore or a bad one?
Now that is a question that I often ponder my own.
Well, then I will put you down as a good. Now, sir, thank you all for giving me your name, where you are from, and your general disposition. That concludes this part of the procedure. Theodore, I believe you had a question for me. Yes.
What is your name and disposition?
Yes. My name is Colin, as some of you have known. To my left here is my friend Esro. He is very quiet, mostly. So that is that.
Where are you from, and what is your disposition?
Oh, yes. I am from Theros. I am from... Actually, not far from the Skull of Vale. In fact, in the Highland Mountains there. And I have made my way to this island as a sanctuary of my own. My friend Esro here, he comes from... And I almost forgot the procedure, is that I have to give you my general disposition. I am good. I would say that I do not try to inflict any violence on anybody unless it is in self-defense. Yeah. So my friend Esro here is from the typical tribes of the centaurs, and as you can see, he was he was given the gift of being a reverse centaur, and so he found his way here as well.
I never look a guest centaur in the mouth, so glad to be here.
Yes. He has good teeth.
Well met, Colin. I actually find our conversation here quite fascinating. I'm actually a man of law myself.
Yeah, well, good. Yes, and there is a procedure for that law. If we need to write it down, we can follow that as well. So, are there any more questions before I go ahead and talk to the leader and introduce you to him?
What's the procedure from here now that we've all introduced ourselves?
I actually have very many questions about how you came across this or have devised this entire series of laws. It seems very remarkable to have come up with such an enormous, lengthy list of demands for such a simple act. Even as I'm in awe, quite frankly.
Well, yes. What you will find is that without any kind of a procedure, then perhaps chaos can reign, and that will give power to the loud, like yourself, and the powerful, like yourself, whereas the weak or the more small kind of creatures will not get their voice heard. And so there is a procedure that needs to be developed so that we can gain some level of equity. And so for these parlays, we must ensure that we understand that we are inviting good people, that we know their names and where they are coming from. And so that was an easy, albeit short, part of the procedure. You can see that it is not terribly extensive to know someone's name and where they hail from and their general disposition. Yeah? It's not that long.
I find this quite fascinating. I'd love to continue this conversation.
I would love.
But perhaps another time. We do have a mission at hand. I'm trying to get someone to hit out of my own party to hit me over the head.
You can get Colin talking forever.
No. I think Theodore genuinely loves this.
But did you know that? What is? I don't even remember what.
Yes, while I was the philosopher general at Scophos's Grand Colosseum, we devised an entire system of conversation that individual characters would alternate sentences. It was fascinating to come up with such a minute detail in the form of conversation.
Well, you will see that our procedure here is not so much as speaking for the sake of speaking. It is to ensure that there's equity amongst the masses, that we all have a certain level of voice, so that we all can speak. Like, you have spoken a lot, so I get the sense that you are from where you say you are, because you are used to that kind of the loudest and the largest speaks first and most. However, here, we make sure that everyone has an equal voice. Yeah?
That's an admirable quality. I would love to hear more speak. What do you say, Rexenor? Do you have more to add?
Oh, sorry, I fell asleep.
Oh, yes, I've noticed.
I'm reminded of some of the history lectures back at the Decatia.
I assume Tari's going to hit me on the back of the head, so we should probably.
Yes, just speak to your master, and we shall carry on with the procedure.
Oh, he is not the master.
I would love to continue.
He is not. The procedure is that you will not speak to the master. You will speak to the leader. There is a difference. But I will be back. Please be aware that Hank and Bubbles is still nearby, and I will leave Ezra here as well as I go and introduce you to the leader, and we will summon you forth momentarily. Please, thank you. Please stay here on your side of the bridge on the Parlay Island until you are brought forward, and until that point, I will talk to the leader and introduce you to them. Is that good? Is that agreed upon?
Yes.
Does Ezra speak Sylvan by chance?
I don't think Sylvan is even.
Nay!
What?
Sylvan.
Well, it's a Centauroid thing. I just kind of figured.
I'm not sure. I need to look up the languages of.
I think
Theros.
Centaur speaks Sylvan.
Yeah.
There's 7 languages, I think. So, Celestial, Common, Draconic, Primordial, Sylvan, and then the other 2 I don't know.
There you go. Okay, so you all have a couple minutes as Colin is doing his debrief to the leader.
The leader is good. The leader is great.
Yes.
Did you want to talk to Ezra?
I thought that was fascinating.
Yeah. I say, Ezra, what do you have to say about all this?
So what you see is it kind of grabs a clump of mud and then just kind of like throws it backward awkwardly and then goes.
Good point, Ezra. I turned to everyone else and like.
Does comprehend languages work for gestures?
Oh, I think we can use we can use comprehend languages, can't we, Dianomenos?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I've got it. So
Well, we get it as our Efara business.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
What about that?
Oh god.
yeah. While they're having this conversation, I'm speaking in Draconic to Bubbles. I have studied the culture of dragons, but I must say that you are the first that I have ever met, Master Bubbles.
It's hard for me to keep a straight face with Bubbles. I don't know why. I just love the name. A dragon named Bubbles that blows bubbles.
You ever seen The Wire?
No.
I was thinking Trailer Park Boys.
Oh yeah.
So it looks at you and says, I am one of a kind, but thank you for the notice. Praise.
Yes, truly a remarkable creature.
Well, not to blow my own bubble, but you are correct.
You can do that?
That might be the most incredible thing I've ever heard.
And you gotta blow some snot bubbles out.
Oh yeah, that's a
looks
good
like
question.
a cat.
What are the bubbles made of?
Don't ask questions you don't wish to know the answer to.
And then that the hard way.
So with that, you You do hear Colin be like, okay, everyone, you can now come forward, please, and come. The procedure is that you would line up directly in front of the leader here, in single file, not like echelon or whatever, but side by side, if you will, shoulder to shoulder. No particular order for this parlay here. You please, Ezrin, one step foot back. Please, we don't want to give each other hugs quite just yet. All right, so you,
Wait.
Tari, thank you.
Are
All
hogs
right.
coming later?
I'm sorry?
I said, are hugs coming later? That's exciting.
Hogs? What are you talking
Yeah,
about?
you said no one gives each other hugs quite just yet.
No, yes, I mean, what we do after the initial greeting and hello is not in written form. So if we choose to hug, we certainly could do that, yes. All right. So with no further ado, here is our leader. And he says, "Oh, well, hello! Nice to meet you all."
Oh, you.
Eh?
I love this guy. You seem familiar.
Do
Like
I?
a genuine another lifetime.
Yes.
I feel like his voice is a little over the top.
Well, you Rexenolf Meletus, yes. I have known you via this introduction by Colin. How can I help you?
I'm not entirely sure what we're trying to do.
I know. What are we doing here?
What are you doing
You're
on
the
my
boss, aren't you?
island?
We're here to explore, I guess.
I mean, he's the way we get out, really.
Is
We
he?
were-
He's
We
the
were
boss.
sent here by the gods, and typically when the gods have sent us to an island, there has been some business that we have needed to help the inhabitants of that island with.
We have to get up all in your business to solve it.
Yes, we have been traveling from island to island, trying to set right what once went wrong. With each leap to each island, hoping that it would be the one that leads us home.
That was beautiful.
You appear to have summed it up quite nicely.
We call it Island Leap, actually.
Island
It's a
trash,
quantum
island
stretch
trash.
of you, Dianominos.
Oh, wait, what was that?
A quantum stretch.
Oh, yes,
We'll
it was
leap.
quite a quantum stretch.
A quantum sail.
Exactly.
Have you run across a guy named Ziggy?
Yes. He's always screwing up and never quite getting things right for us.
Yes, exactly. So,
In fact,
you
I have to
are
have my
here.
friend.
You are
Albert.
here to help me.
What is your name, friend? You seem like a really cheerful chap.
Oh, yes, I love to laugh.
It's my new
Your
favorite.
laughter is infectious. I feel like laughing just like that.
Yes, well, Hank has that effect on people.
What might
Can I? Is your nickname Uncle Arthur? Or I think that's what his name was.
No, my name is the good guy.
The good guy. Well, that makes it easy.
you are?
I am the good guy, yes. I am the good guy. That is me. Hello.
Yes, Uncle Albert. Are you sure your name isn't Uncle Albert?
Yes, I am sure. Is your name Uncle Albert? Is this a game we will play? We'll guess each other's
Tari
wrong
is-
names.
Tari is Tari.
Hello, Tori.
That is amazing.
Anyway, I am the elected leader of this island here. We have free and fair elections, you see? And so I am the elected leader. And so, my hope for this island is that we will have free healthcare. Yes, for everybody. And free education for everybody. And free and fair elections for everybody. Yes, that is why I am the good guy.
You do seem like a good guy.
Yes,
I
Those
support
are all-
all of those things.
These all seem admirable.
yes. I get a bad rap on the mainland, you see. People think I'm evil. I don't know why.
Why in the world would they think that?
I think it's my
Free
disposition.
healthcare?
I seem evil, but I am not.
Perhaps it's the eyebrows.
Oh, I mean, they are a little much. Just saying.
Yes.
Have you tried?
Tari's
tried-
interested in your insight. Can I subscribe to your newsletter?
Yes, it comes out at least 5 times a day. It will go directly to your junk mail. Yes.
I'm pretty sure this guy has several podcasts.
Yes. It is the good guy experience.
I know how she does.
No, I don't like him.
Just gonna insight check this guy.
Yeah, this guy does not seem.
Another fucking shitty roll
Yeah.
from Nick.
I will insight him as well. I was literally thinking the same thing.
Oh,
We're like second
Does this guy seem
Ian
like a
Domino's
good
purchases
guy?
a tactical bath immediately.
I do. I'm really just buying what this guy has to sell. He reminds me of my father.
Just right into the dehydrated orange juice and tactical
You're
bath.
you're already drinking out of a good guy mug already.
You guys
do whatever you want.
vitamin supplements.
it cures COVID. Yes.
Oh no, that got me.
With one drop under the tongue, you won't be gay.
Sleep on a Casper mattress today.
Oh Jesus!
So yeah, Dino knows is like, yes sir,
Yeah.
yes sir.
Sign me up.
Again, Theodore and Tari at the top of the order here. You get the sense that this guy is genuine. He's not
Wow.
hiding anything.
I don't think he could.
And it's congruent with the rest of what you know about this island and its inhabitants.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll
The
seem on
good
up
guy
to
is an
me.
You have such an interesting moniker. Why would you go by the name of the good guy?
Oh, that is what my mummy gave me. It was a
Like
joke,
a
I guess.
little mummy with the wraps and the.
No, me mummy, me mother,
Oh, okay.
and me father, you know.
Do you have siblings? I'd love to know their names.
No, they all died when I was in a little crib in a terrible accident.
So
I
those,
never knew me mummy and me father.
they're the dead guys then, I take it.
They are dead.
I am curious why the gods have brought us to this such a fascinating place.
Well, perhaps because there is a bit of trouble on this island that perhaps you can help me out with to eradicate this evil. Yes.
What's evil?
That seems very alarming, but okay.
So,
Who tell?
not about a month ago, this evil thing decided to visit our island. We decided to parlay with her. And it turned out that she was evil. And she wants to corrupt this island and make it her own little fiefdom, you see.
Oh dear.
Perhaps you can kill her for me.
That doesn't sound like we will investigate other options first.
I mean,
I won't rule out killing until we've figured out exactly what we're gonna do.
your
What can you
Hydra and
tell
your
us-
Red Dragon couldn't do it?
What can you tell us about this creature?
Oh, well, first to Dianominos. I mean, I don't know if you've seen my friends here, but we're not exactly formidable.
That's true.
Yes. No offense to them. They know. They suck. But
I say in Draconic, don't listen to them. I love you, Bubbles.
thank you. He can be very truthful sometimes.
Yeah, it's
That's
reinforcement
actually the
quality
order,
good.
Theodore.
But to answer your question, Rexenol, Meletus. She had this silver armor about her. She talked about being ancient beyond me and any of my companions, and Well, you see, with her power of just being powerful and strong, some of my friends have went to her side and they are raging and issuing forth in a war to kill us.
I get what?
Indeed.
That's not nice. It's not nice, is it?
Sounds awful.
It's not great. It could be better. Yeah. But you all came from the gods to help us. Yes.
Well,
Could I do a check to see if this is Orikia, who we encountered a few islands back?
Yeah, you can do it.
Can I do a check to see if this is how Andy?
What's that?
I guess this would be history.
Yeah.
Can I do a check to see if this is how Andy acts during
Fuck
the
yeah,
the
finally a decent goddamn roll tonight.
This is how I. So sorry. This is how I act during what?
Can I do a check to see if this is how Andy talks at work?
and he's called the good guy as well.
Yeah.
Oh, I looked at your email and I have an answer for you.
My last email.
I'm not available at 3 p.m. for a meeting.
The answer is yes. And Rexenor, based off of the description, you get a strong sense that this is in fact the what was she? God, my brain.
She was a Nyxborn.
Oh, no.
Arkea. She was sent to kill us. A great warrior from the Age of Myth.
Yes.
We managed to defeat her, but she was a tough fight, and she clearly did not anticipate our power. She was sent by a god to put us in our place, and was pretty unhappy with us generally. She didn't seem to take any pleasure in the battle.
Yes.
But she was definitely trying to put us down.
Yes.
I recall this.
So
this was such a long time ago.
Yep, she was an archon that controlled a large fiefdom in Theros. Again, in the way back, and you all did manage to dispel her. Seems to be that she may in fact be back.
Ooh, good memory, Rexenor.
She's a recurring.
Very careful notes in my spell book.
Oh, I've been using my spellbook for spells like a chump.
You've been drawing pictures of guns.
Is a fucking mess.
Yeah.
So the good guy says, yes, she has a compound. Oh, just due east of here. It is about a half an hour walk. I could show you the path. You must be careful. Some of my friends are there. You probably will have to dispel them in your own way.
What do they do? Can you give us some...
Oh, you know, they do this and they do that. They kill and they will try to get the upper hand and ensure that you do not escape from their compound alive.
Okay.
It's not great. No, it's not.
Wait, I have a question, Mr. Do you go by the or just good guy? I don't know how to address
No,
it.
it's the first full name. It's the good guy. Yes.
The good guy, okay. How have you been able to deter them from coming over here and destroying you?
Well, we have had all fair skirmishes, yes, and not everyone has survived those skirmishes.
I'm sorry to hear that.
Yes, thank you.
Go on.
Oh no, I'm done.
Oh, but I mean, so you've had skirmishes, but they haven't just come and destroyed your whole island.
No, I mean this individual. I mean, she's only working with what she has, yes?
Oh. But I thought she had allies, is what you were saying.
Oh, she does, and they're just as worthless as the rest of us.
Oh, that's what I was wondering.
Gosh.
Well,
Bubbles is quite terrifying, you know.
Oh, and be aware of his bite.
oh yeah.
Very slippery, I assume.
There he is. It's full of soap.
It is soap, then. I will note that.
Well, you can pretend. You can believe whatever you want.
I'm going to nudge Ezra in the shoulder and say, it is soap, right?
You can do You can do an Arcana check.
I'm going to message him. Don't ask questions you don't wish to know the answer to.
That's amazing.
I do, and yes, both Dianominos and I can use comprehend languages as for free.
For the Centauroid. Or the Centaur.
Are there any other questions that you have for the group, the good guy, before you head out?
I want to just talk amongst ourselves without any of the other people.
Okay, yeah, you can. Well, I won't move your tokens, but yeah, you'll kind of huddle together.
Huddle up, everyone.
So we know the gods have sent us here, but how do we know that they've sent us here to help the good guy?
The good guy seems very legit.
No, he does. That's true. He seemed.
I think we need to face off with this Orike creature again,
Yes.
regardless of what happens with the good guy and Bubbles and the others.
I can't speak for you, but I feel much more powerful than before.
Certainly.
I feel at least 2 or 3 times more powerful than we.
But I suspect Orike will not treat us as if we are chumps again.
That's true.
That is very true.
We have
I
defeated.
don't know about that. You can't speak for this particular individual.
No, but I suspect once we have been underestimated once, it is unlikely to happen again.
I believe we will see when we get there. Perhaps.
But perhaps this time I will actually do some damage in this fight.
That's right, Rexenor. You'll do some damage. Good. You do a good job.
Who's a good wizard?
You're a good
With but a
wizard.
word, I can home your brain.
Oh yes, of course you can. That's a good boy. I like how you're trying to make a bard out of a wizard, and I'm making a
A wizard out of a bard.
I'm making a cleric out of a bard, I guess.
Can I ask the good guy how he got to the island?
Oh, how did I get here? Yes, I came on a boat. How did you get here?
The same.
Same.
Good.
Did you know you were coming here, or did you just crash? Well, I guess we saw this one out.
I did not crash. I know how to steer the ship.
No. I mean, just, serendipity.
Oh, yes, I would say that the winds brought me here. Just like all of us misfits.
I love this.
I just want to ask you a lot more questions, the good guy.
Oh, well, perhaps
I
can do that.
actually would like.
What?
I would like to talk to Colin again, but we can do this.
No.
Well,
You should ask Ezro something.
you can ask Ezra something.
Yeah,
Just
that's not,
throw money.
why the long face?
Oh, good. I like that.
Wait, I'm using comprehend languages. What did that mean?
What does that mean?
It means it's an animal, and he reaches around and grabs like this log of poop and throws it at you.
Oh, this is gross.
It's really gross. It's human poop,
Yes,
but he throws it at you.
And he
What
was
did
hating
they get human? Oh, is it from the good guy?
It's so disgusting.
It's gross. It's real gross. Oh, you must be aware of Ezra. He is more horse than human.
Oh, that's
But perhaps
Human horse.
you all can take a nice long rest before setting out on your adventure, and we can continue our conversation in the morning.
Oh, I like that.
well. No,
Perhaps-
seriously.
Tell me a
Perhaps we
bedtime
should-
story, the good guy.
Perhaps we should throw another didgeridoo party.
That would be amazing.
Well, okay, I'm gonna pull out the didgeridoo. I'm gonna roll a check. I don't care what you say.
Okay.
Hell yeah!
Yeah.
Reward on the didgeridoo.
So as the screen fades to black, the didgeridoo party is in the background. Everyone's having a good time. Theodore and Colin are just talking for hours and hours.
Oh, it's awful.
It is awful. The rest of you feel your energy just drained by Colin's presence and just bureaucracy.
I find it quite invigorating. If I'd be inclined to find out if Colin has some form of communication device that I might contact him on later.
And that's where we'll pick up next time.
Or perhaps he can join us on our quest.
Yes.
Perhaps-
Man, the good guy.
Yes, they will have to sign a number of certain documents. There is a procedure for leaving the island. It's okay to get here by yourself, but to leave the island, there has to be a checkout process. Yes, so that we make sure all your baggage is obtained, that you do not take any particular animals out of the island, as they are all good for this island. We do not want any animals to be taken away against their will. You understand?
Oh, you absolutely want to introduce laws to prevent any sort of contamination from a non-indigenous species. Perhaps have you inquired upon, perhaps you could contact the different cities and come up with different styles of creature, that you could also create these documents with different types that might be overrunning the island. It's just going to continue forever.
Yes, exactly. and fade to black.
And when it fades back up, they're still talking.
Oh, man. That was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
That was crazy.
So Amber, I think your book club is next week.
Yeah, we gotta figure out a different time.
Wednesday?
Yes.
Does Wednesday work?
Yes.
Let me check.
That's for us.
Works.
So much
I think
power.
works for us.
Sweet.
Jason.
Yeah. I
Cool.
think so.
So
Yeah.
next,
Wednesday.
Lucky that or
I'm good for Wednesday.
sweet.
Shit,
So
yeah.
next Wednesday, 8:00, we will continue on with the Island of Misfit Monsters.
The Island of Misfit Monsters.
Love it.
Yeah.
That was a good one. I have to say, this is so much more enjoyable than the last campaign.
The evil campaign where you're killing poor orphans.
Yes. Well, no, that's when it got good. I mean, like, no, that's what,
About the time when you were buying Fosters.
About the time Nordak became a serial killer, the last campaign got really good.
Yeah.
yeah, when it went off the rail. But I'm saying, like, the
Oh,
pre-spec
Nordak.
campaign was so boring.
It was a slog.
It had its moments.
It's a
True.
lot of moving.
I mean, the meat curtains. You can't disregard the meat curtains.
No, you can never get.
Never regarded.
I don't know. I feel like whoever that chick that Quark got into was pretty great.
Fralu Mundath.
True.
Oh, that was so good. I'm glad it had a payoff. It was delightful.
I'm looking
That's a
forward
good
to
idea.
playing in person and revisiting those characters.
We
Yeah.
should just
Yes.
bring Bubbles
We need to
along.
set that too.
Yeah, we got to set up that time for us to get together and do the smaller campaign again.
Woo! I'm vaccinated.
Nice.
Yeah, us too.
Liz got her second shot yesterday, and she has felt like absolute hammered shit all day
Oh,
today.
that sucks.
Yeah, that's-
Oh, I am so
You went-
sorry.
We went to bed like 2.5 hours ago.
Oh,
Jesus.
God.
Poor Alyssa.
Well,
You didn't get to hear the good guy?
yeah.
No, she didn't even get to hear the
Or
good guy.
Colin?
Well, I got out of the shower earlier, and I just touched the arm she got the shot in, and she screamed like she'd been shot.
Oh my gosh.
Oh.
Yeah, she is not doing well with it. So
Ouch. Mine
I
was
did
bad,
not
mine
have
was
a
bad.
very good experience having the second shot. I was down for the count for 2.5 days.
yeah,
I got
So-
a little sweepy.
yeah. I got a little tired and a little headache, but it was also week 13 of a 15-week semester, so I barely noticed.
I have heard that women have more severe side effects from the second
I've
shot.
heard that
so-
too, and she has definitely had them.
You should go.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
Yeah,
But
that
I'm
sucks.
hoping she'll feel better with some rest tomorrow. So.
Maybe we
Yeah,
should send a
wish
care
we
package.
You'll have to load up Twitch and show her the rerun, the VOD. as it's called.
Are you saving any of these? Oh, I hope. Do they get deleted?
Yeah, after a
No.
I know, it's so sad.
This
Can you download them?
You can. I can download
You
the
should
most
download
recent
them and
ones.
upload them to YouTube.
Yeah.
Hey, that's an idea.
You should.
Yeah, suck it, Critical Role. Fuck you, Mercer.
Oh, he's so good though.
He
I just-
really is. He really is. I'm totally joking.
I know him too because he's so good.
I just have to ask something about behind the scenes. How do you create the voices? Do you have them planned in advance, or do you just like come up with them on the spot?
I've been working on this for about a month.
Wow.
Yeah.
So
I think
Does
as a
that mean you,
DM,
like,
the
put 'em around
answer
the
is always
house,
yes.
Yeah. I mean, it's both for me.
Yes and yes.
Like some of them are definitely prepared, and not as much anymore because I don't drive anywhere. But like I used to like rehearse the voices in traffic on the
Yep.
way home.
Yep.
You have to be careful. You have to be careful. If you make a random character have a too interesting voice, guess what?
That character's
They're now
Yeah,
tagging along.
And what I will also say is
no worries.
just because a character's voice is interesting doesn't mean it's easy to do.
Yeah.
Like Slippery Gill has about 35 seconds of screen time before my throat is burned to absolute shit.
Oh no, we're not gonna meet Dr. Claw again.
Yeah. But
We'll see.
I also with some of with some of the voices I've done while I stream and prepare with like Orcus and stuff, and I kind of practice it. But then, like Colin, I was trying to do like a South African kind of a thing, and then which is horrible, but just a little different. And then the good guy, I was like aiming for like the Joker, but a little odd,
It makes me think of a Lemony Snicket guy.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
The way it
Channel
looks.
turned all the way up to like 12, and you rip the knob off. Yeah.
What is the art? Because he looks like a generic what's the
It looks like a
DreamWorks
human
cartoon
Muppet or
character?
something.
Yeah, I went to that art website. Yeah, and just typed in like arch villain.
He looks like a character from like the Despicables or something.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Judge a
I
good
wanted-
guy by his appearance or voice.
Yeah, I wanted a cartoon guy that looked just evil. The
Mr. Burns.
yeah.
I think
Yeah.
next you just need to come up with like what's your all the characters from The Office or something. Our next island, we're visiting the Friends from New York.
Oh,
Oh, dear.
I cast
We could
Fireball.
play charades.
I was going to tell
Or
you that, Nick.
catchphrase or something together.
there you go.
I read a biography on Jim Henson, and apparently he was doing the same thing you're describing for the Swedish Chef. That's how he came up with him. He was like practicing it in his car when he's driving to work.
I think Andy just has that game, that card game where he pulls out a random.
Yeah.
Oh, utter nonsense.
I am
That's
the
a good
good
way to
guy.
Yeah,
As long as you don't get chicken.
yeah, and just do a horrible accent.
Yes.
At least with D&D, like you like South African sort of, where it's like it's a little different, like generic kind of English accent.
I describe it as the Faerunian wandering accent.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Like it.
I have to send the small child to bed because she's not in bed.
Wow. Let's go to bed.
All right. Well, good luck with that.
Hey,
All right,
See
see
y'all
you guys.
soon.
Yep.
hey,
Bye, everybody.
Wednesday.
See you next Wednesday.
All right, Apostle. Thank you so much for your help in preparation for tonight. It was super helpful, as always. So big shout out to you for sure for so much of this. And also, I know Nicaea had to leave, but the good guy and the name for that. And yeah, it's so much fun. I love Bubbles. Like, oh my God. Makes me laugh. And Hank and all these guys. So I want to miss this island so much. We can have a whole campaign with just these guys. Just like a campaign of Misfit adventures. Like, how awesome would that be? They just die constantly. Anyway, I need to go to bed. So have a fantastic evening. Yeah, so I'm sorry you'll miss next week. We, watch the VOD. Yeah, I'm the island arc is 50 sessions long. Exactly. That'd be so cool. It's not. We'll end it next time, though. Probably. I don't know. The group does what it wants. Yeah, watch the VOD if you miss it. Otherwise, maybe I'll stream sometime between now and then because I gotta get more of the mainland done. I gotta finalize some of the next piece. So, anyway, have a fantastic evening. We'll talk to you later. Auf Wiedersehen.